Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is Dhanush. I will be talking about Alibaba Cloud. So let's have a 1 hour walkthrough to the Alibaba Cloud and see what's there in the service. What service does it provide? How to use that service? Which and all are free and how can we use it? So let's go to all the services in depth in this course. So let's jump on to introduction. So Alibaba Cloud. Many of them might have not even heard about it, but I know those who have come to this video will have a definite some brief idea about Alibaba Cloud. Just you know about GCP, Amazon AWS, or Microsoft Azure. Alibaba Cloud is a well-known cloud in China especially. So it's provided in the China region. So here is a basic statistics of the cloud services that we have that's well known. So you can see Alibaba stands in the fourth position. So literally in par with IBM cloud services. So let's jump on to the services that we will be talking today. So here is Elastic Computing Service, that is ECS. So you will be knowing EC2 in AWS if you have some idea about it. Then we will talk about snapshots, then disk services, then VPCs and storage services and the database services. So we won't be stopping here. So we'll be looking into many more other services in this video. So stay tuned and watch till the end of the video. Let's start off with the login to Alibaba Cloud. So just type in Alibaba Cloud, go to the first link. So this is the basic front end page of Alibaba Cloud. Then here we can encounter free trial. So just click on it. So we'll navigate to the login page. So click on individual account. Next. So here we need to enter our email address. So I will be entering an temp mail. So please don't try to copy it. So I will give you in this almost the same password. Then you need to just click on sign up. So here it will ask for a phone number. As an alternative, it will even ask for even email. So let me just choose an email. India, sorry, India. Then we need to give our email address. Then click on send. So it would have sent an OTP. Let's go and check it out. So this is the temporary mail, and here is my verification code. Oh, so it's 597199736. So then we need to agree upon the license, then sign up. So it has verified our OTP. So as it is now signing in, it will ask for some more details, that is your mobile number and your basic information, along with the last step being the payment information. I won't be showing you how to go through this process. Basically it is a normal and normally a small details that you need to give, that you usually provide to any of the providers or in your Google logins. So extra is payment information, where you need to provide either your debit or credit card or PayPal number, and they will be deducting $1 from your account. And I promise you that you after a month or so you will be receiving back the money. So this is just for a verification. So let me jump on to my account, which is actually where I opened it. And well, hold on a second, there is another one more offer, especially this is for the students. So let's again go to Google. Let me jump on to Google. So here we can type for students. So for students especially, they have an offer, they have free trial for 1 year. So we can, let me just log out log out. I logged out from the previous account. This for just an illustration. So I am inside the student offer. So here they will ask you for a free trial, especially for students. So there are only just three steps. First you need to create an account, then verify your student status. How do you verify? They might ask you for a photo of your ID card and a mail address of your college or school. So just you need to give those details and you will be granted with an 1 year free trial for the Alibaba Cloud. Isn't it exciting? Let's jump on to the console. So let me jump on to the console. So you type in Alibaba Cloud, go to the first link. So we get logged in based on the after signing up. So here you can see console. Just click on console. So we land up in the console dashboard page. So here we can see the set of services that Alibaba provides. So let us go with the elastic compute service, ECS. So let me just tell about ECS. So elastic compute service is nothing but a virtual machine or a service which Alibaba rents you uh, on a period basis. So based on the period and the computational configurations that you require, Alibaba builds it and you get rented with it. So let me jump on to Elastic Compute Service. So this is the ECS console. So as I have already opened up one of the ECS instances, it just shows me, but for all of you it might be showing like created is 0. So just click on create instance. So let me just explain, go through the pages that are available, so options that are available. So first of all, billing method, it can be either subscription, pay as you go, or a primitive bill instance. So subscription means they give you a certain period. Based on the period they already fix a rate, and there will be some discount. So if you are sure that you will be using it for that much period, so um, I would recommend you to go for subscription, or else go for pay as you go. But the cost might be a little bit high. And coming to the region, so let me explain about the region. So this is our atlas, right? So this is our atlas. So I want a region, so I want to rent a PC or a virtual machine which is located in China. So especially as Alibaba is from China, so I would recommend. So and this is China map. So I want a region which is located in Hong Kong in China, right? So I select an region in China. You need to select a location such that it is very near to your location, means very near to the client's location. So me being located at India, I need to choose a location which is very much near to me, right? So Hong Kong, China is very near to me. So this reduces the latency basically. So here, as you can see, it provides many other regions. So it's still going. So here you can see in Asia Pacific China. So in China itself there are many locations: Japan, South Korea, USA, UAE. So here in the instance you can see you can choose the CPU versions based on your need. So one CPU or two CPU, four CPU. So then you can even choose the memory. So here GIB, so gigabits. So it's called gigabits. It's more or less equal to 1 GB itself. So 1 GB is equals to 1 GIB is equals to 1024 GB. So you can go for it. So it is more or less the same, and based on the architecture you need, you can either choose a general purpose or computer optimized or memory optimized or universal or big data when you are dealing with like a large amount of data, or you can go for shared where you share the instance so with another person who is holding an Alibaba account with an ECS, right? So and again ARM based architecture, then GPU, whether you are using GPU when you are into big data and you are into machine learning, you uh, like it is recommended to use GPU, right? T4 GPU, Tesla 4 GPU. So then you can use the bare metal instances. So here as you can see in the right bottom corner, so they show the price, right? And they are even showing the preview the instant price, and they even suggest give a list of images. So here it's Alibaba Cloud. Alibaba itself is producing a Linux cloud, or you can choose Ubuntu, Windows, whatever you like. Our system this I will be coming to this lecture like in a little while, so stay on with the session. Next bandwidth, um, you can choose your own bandwidth. You can like give your own IP4 address. So here you can manage the passwords credentials. So let me just as there is some plans are available, so let for an a beginner, let me just go on to Google and search for the free ECS services, right? So just click on the first link, start for free. So you will land up on a page where you need to scroll down below, scroll down. So here they provide you with filters. You need to choose always free, limitedly free, for individual. That's what my account is, right? So then I want an computing instance. So as you can see, there is a plan where it provides you free for 3 months. So let me just click on try now. So voila. So as you can see here, you can create only one instance at a time, right? So when you are a new registered user and when you have a free tier, you can create only one. So be very careful while using it. So let me just show another way. So here is a ECS, right? And here in the ECS, let me just go to service details. So service details, you guys know, don't need to follow this, just keep on watching, right? So free tier, so there are some free tiers, so I can't actually choose it, but still let me just to choose it. I will guide you the way how to look into it. So here again, you need to follow this same thing, but you need to again choose here this 3 months 2 4G. So based on your requirement, only these two are free, so you can choose any one of them. So basically here you will get an 2 CPU with a 4 GB uh, RAM space, so I would recommend that. So it's loading. Then as you go here, first of all, it only presets all the values that you need. So for me the bill is showing to be $100, but for you it will be showing $0. Make sure it's showing $0, right? So then uh, scroll down, so choose Alibaba Linux or any other OS that you need. Then scroll down. So here go to password, set it to a custom password. You can make a key pair password, but it's good we can like we have then we have an custom to set our own password, right? So let me just give tutorial art 123 tutorial. So just give the same password, tutorial art 123. Then as everything is run, so if there's both of them match, so you need to check on the license. So in the right hand side, if you are unable to see, sorry guys, so you need to just click on this ECS service, then create order. So it will okay, you need to provide a version, right? So you need to choose a version. So I choose it, then just click on create order, confirm and purchase. So the order is being created, please wait. So it will be creating, it will be redirected you to a second page where you need to purchase it, right? For me it's showing a 10,000 watts. So for you, but for you it will be showing zero. There will be a checkbox, you need to just press on the checkbox and you need to just click on purchase on the right bottom side, right? So after doing so, you need to navigate back to your console. So you need to navigate back to your console, so you can navigate back to your console using ECS. So give it 2 to 3 minutes, so it takes time to actually set it on. So after you set it on, you will be finding details. So ECS details as shown here. So you need to just press on this uh, refresh button, so you will get the same page that I have shown, except there will be something called as running option here, right? So let me just click on start button. So I had stopped it, so you can start it. So the operation is going on, it's starting. So let me just start it. So please do remember the password that you had created in tutorial at 123, right? So you need to just click on. So don't try to copy it, I will be changing everything, every detail. So please guys don't try to copy it. So this is just for showing purpose, right? So it takes time to start. So as you can see, as I already created an instance, but it's taking a small amount of time based on your internet access and the time. So it's running, so you can press on connect. So you need to sign up. Okay, it opens, and this is very very important. You need to be very so it gives you the instance, yeah, connection. Choose a public password based, right, root, and you need to enter the password right here. Tutorial art 123. So let me just say, yeah, it's correct, right? Everything is perfect, right? I will just take a screenshot for my purpose, right? And just click on OK. Okay, so it's loading. So you are landed upon the is to Linux that they have provided. So you can save or never save. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So this is how the ECS is being set up, right? Thank you. Let me go on to the next service. Let's start off by looking at our ECS instance that we have created. So let's navigate to ECS console. So here is our ECS. So don't forget to stop the ECS once you have started it. So when you don't use do stop, because it will be billing you. So if it is pay as you go, or else nothing will happen here. You can go ahead. So I have stopped it. So you need to just press on stop button over here, so just to stop it. So after stopping it, what you need to do is click on the unique ID that has been assigned for the instance. So it will go to the details part of the instance. So here it's taking a minute, so let's wait. So here you can see all the basic details it holds. So it holds the instance ID, zone, in which zone. I have hosted it in Hong Kong, zone D. So subscription, it's switched pay as you go. Then it expired at. Then here is a public IP address, right? This is very important when you host something on the ECS. So you might access it using the public IP address. So you need to be like keep it as a secret. But here I will be deleting it. So no problem. So private IP address is nothing but an IP address which is assigned to the PC in the local network. So it is of no use to us unless you buy another PC in the same zone or zone for for the same region, right? Next, so let's navigate to what we call it as a disk. So here the ECS maintains a block storage disk. There are three types of disk basically. One is three types of storage. One is, yeah, block storage. Another one is OSS, and another one, let me keep it as a curiosity so that we can take it up in the next session, right? So here in the block storage disk, what it does is that it stores the entire disk as a chunks. So it breaks down the entire disk into chunks and stores it in some other zones. So that whenever there is an so that whenever you need a particular part of the disk, so using a linked list kind of DSA, so they basically map on to each of the chunks. So a table is maintained, and the data is fetched. That's it. No more complications. So OSS is nothing but, if you have used Firebase, you could have you would have experienced OSS where an object is directly stored into the device, right? Next, this is the storage device that you are looking at. So here we can reinitialize the disk. So if the disk space that I have provided is not enough, you can reinitialize the disk by pressing on reinitialize. So here, let me just not reinitialize. Let me just, you can do that also, but here is an like better way to uh, show the same thing. So here in all actions, here in all actions, you can navigate to disk. Yeah, attach disk. You need to attach a disk, right? So you need to attach a disk. Moreover, what has been shown here is nothing but the disk that has already been attached, right? Next, as it shows, it's an ESS. So there are three types of disk that are available: ESSD, that is standard SSD, and then ultra disk. So let me show you. So in all actions, we need to go navigate to attach disk. So inside attach disk, we need to attach some disk, but as there is no disk available, you need to create a disk first, right? So navigate to the create disk first. So first of all, you can choose whether to attach to ECS instance or not attach. It is better to not attach because you can like configure yourself, right? Then remember this: whenever you want to attach a disk, it needs to be in the same zone. So disks are zone specific. So zone specific means you can navigate the disk from, you can't navigate a disk from one zone to another zone. So if there is a disk in B, you can't take the disk from B to D. So you need to again host a ECS in zone B. Then it's a lot of circuits. So you need to have a disk which is located in the same zone, right? Then here, as you can see, there are like many types of storage. So based on the computation, basically, so it basically indirectly it configures whether how much how input output speed you need, right? It's ultra disk or standard disk. So it was a standard disk, now it has been removed, I guess. So in enterprise SSD, basically there is a high performance input output, like which is expected to reduce the latency, right? Then ultra disk means it's highly what do you call, highly enhanced version of the ESSD itself, right? You know the difference between ESSD and HDD. So there is an evolution now. So you need to just press on accept and give it a name, disk name, and a description. So after this, you need to just go on and purchase it, right? After purchasing, what will happen is that you will get you will get another. So with another, you will get another one more disk. So you need to just click on that. So I add. So you need to just click on that, select another disk, and you need to just attach them. After attaching, you need to follow some of the instructions according to your OS to attach, to mount the disk. After attaching, you need to mount it, so don't forget to do that, right? Let us consider a situation where you have brought up an ECS instance in China, Hong Kong itself, but in Zone D. But in Zone D. But your friend or you, he has brought up another instance in Zone A. So you need to transfer the details from Zone D to Zone A. So here there is this is not possible, right? I said these are zone specific. So if they are in different zone itself, you can't transfer those details. So there is one more topic called as one more technology called as snapshots. So snapshot means what? Clicking a picture, right? So snapshot means it at that particular point, what and all details are there in the ECS is stored as a snapshot. So it is stored as an image. So it is the image itself is transformed from zone D to zone A. So this is called as snapshot transferring. So here it is highly secure, so it's highly encrypted and also no need to worry about security. It is basically taken care by Alibaba itself as they are providing, right? Then as I told, snapshots can be transferred from zone D to zone A. So they are region specific. But what are they even transfer from one region to another? No, not at all. So zone snapshots are only region specific. So you can transfer the details from one zone to another, but not from one region to another. So you can't transfer the details from China to USA. So this is mainly a drawback. So you can see snapshots here. So snapshots, you can activate the snapshots, but here I am being restricted. So you can activate a snapshot. So you basically create an image. So you can check over here. It basically creates an image with all the details that have been present in the at this point of instance inside your ECS instance, and you can just transfer it using shared or some other options in while creating an ECS instance, right? Now let's go on to the next phenomena. So I am at the console of Alibaba Cloud. So we will look into virtual private cloud now, right? So we need to click on the menu, then slide down. So in the network and CND section, you can find something called as virtual private cloud. So why do we need virtual private cloud? So when there is a company, so let's assume there is a company and they need to keep their details secret, right? So they should not be depending on any third party services to actually set up an set up a network and there might be a risk of leakage of data from that network. So usually they have a private cloud set up in their um, premises, so that with an given IP address that they would have bought, so that they can keep their network safe and secure. So we need whatever we need for building a network will be highly costly, right? So we need switches, routers, again more many nodes. So all this will end up with a huge investment. So in order to reduce that, we have something called as virtual private cloud services offered by Alibaba Cloud. So here you can see in the left section, so you can see VPC. So just click on it. So in VPC you can find a default VPC which has been created. So it has been created by Alibaba Cloud just for you. So when you create an ESC, that is Elastic Compute Service, or any other services which involves network, there will be a default network which will be created based on the region that you have selected. So if you look at the above region, you can see that I have created an ECS instance in China, Hong Kong, and there I have a virtual private cloud setup. So this is the IP address or CIDR block. CIDR, what is CIDR? It's nothing but classless IP addressing, another form of IP addressing with subnet, right? So you can check on that video in YouTube. So you will get more information on that. We use something called a subnet. So you can just try to click on create VPC. So you can choose the region here. So let me choose some Hong Kong itself, right? So that there will be much latency as I explained. So let me name it as tutorial VPC1. Is it correct? Yeah, it's sounding correct. If I remove this hyphen, what will happen? So that is also correct. So let me just have the hyphen. So tutorial VPC1, and you can have an CIDR block that you can only manually enter the CIDR block, and it's always better to use some of the suggested ones. So let me use 10.0.0/8. So 8 is a subnet. So this you can give some descriptions, and you can even set up a switch. So let me just set up a switch over here. So let me just say tut switch 1, and then the zone, you need to choose your zone, zone B or zone C or zone D. Let me choose any one of them, zone D. Then you need to choose um, the subnet, right? So here you can see that it allows us from 16 till 29. What does it mean? So 16 means that you will be available with this configuration of these numbers, and you can see here in the right hand side how many IPs are available. So based on the number of IPs you can select whatever the need you might have. So that's how it works. So let me just leave it at 24 or 27. So 32 IPs, and you can see in the right side it creates a virtual GUI to visualize, to preview the architecture. So you can add upon, you can add, uh, or you can even delete it as you want. So make sure that B switch or whatever device that you create, it should be in the same CIDR IP network, right? So or else it might go to a different network, and it will lead to some complications. So just you need to just click on OK. So after click on OK, you need to just proceed. So that's all regarding VPC. So another one more thing that I need to share with you is that let's navigate to the console again. So console. So we navigated to the console. Yeah, I am in the console right now. So we looked into some features in ECS like snapshots, right? So let me just again jump back to ECS. I am in ECS console here. As you can see, I am in ECS console right now. So as you can see here, it's taking time to reload something, so for some reason, right? Okay, yeah. This is my ECS that I created. So it was stopped. Let me just go and click on its about and look into its properties. So here are the properties. So let it load for 1 or 2 seconds. So what I wanted to talk about is nothing but inbound and outbound rules. So here you can check out security groups. So inbound and outbound rules will be actually related to what you call as firewalls. Even in your OS, if you have Windows, you can just type in inbound, inbound and outbound rules. So you can have an inbound and outbound rules fixed in the Windows firewall. Why is it needed? So inbound rules is nothing but, so it usually it is responsible for the security when you are some other guy or in some web browser is accessing some part of your PC or your OS. So like if I host a network, host a website in my virtual machine and I want to access it through another PC, then I need an inbound or an outbound rules set up so that I can access it, right? So I need to disable some of the rules. So here I need to give in some of the IP address or the port numbers. Basically, I need to set up a port number so that there will be no conflict. So it will be available for the other web browsers to access it. So that's all about inbound and outbound rules. So next, go into the next service. So let me start off with telling you guys about objects services, right? Object storage services. It is comes under storage services. So now we have looked into one more storage in the past. If you remember in ECS service, it's called as block storage. In block storage, it's nothing but an entire storage will be broken down into blocks, and each block will be separated in separate zones or regions, and then a table will be maintained in the ECS service where it points out to the reference of each blocks so that it appears to be integrated. So the second type of storage here, what we are talking about is object storage services. So here we can just click on the left corner as we used to do earlier also. So here we can go to objects storage services in the basic storage services menu. So what is storage services? So if you have by chance ever encounter something called as cloud storage in Firebase, you might have noticed that you can upload some of the files, and it gets uploaded, and it could be any kind of file, whether it's a media or a video or any text file. So you can upload it and you can get a link, right? So it's called as a public link in Firebase, but here they provide two types of links, endpoints, basically not link, endpoints. It is either private or public, as the name suggests. You can only guess it, right? So here, based on the region, we can select a region and select an bucket. Okay, we create something called as a bucket. In the bucket, what does it do? We just put in items inside the bucket. So whatever we put, it is stored as an object. So we end up in this website. So if you guys have like this uh, front end, so just click on enable now. So it navigates to some other uh, console for OSS. So here it asks me for, yeah, here it shows me 0 rupees because I'm using a free account. So just click on buy now. So order has been placed, so it's calculating. So there is nothing, right? There is $0 to pay, so I will just proceed to pay. Okay. By this you can just create one bucket and just carry on and put some files into it, and you can even host a static website inside it. So you can do the same. So it doesn't allow me to pay in the free account. So let me just that is a brief OS that is more or less required. So let me just go to Google and search for Alibaba for students free services. So here it will show you, and second link or the first link, just go for the link where it tells for student. So if you go here is a description of what is beneficial for students and what's there for non it's Alibaba students, right? So here you can see that with all these benefits, there is an extra benefits for students for doing a certification. So you can get a certification for free without paying any uh, $1 or anything else, right? So you can just go and click on certification and just get one certification. I think based on what I've told you, you can get one certification right now. So you can go and let me check out with something called as IDAAS. So you can go to the again the console and you can see over here something called as IDAAS. So what is the IDAAS? It's nothing but your identity as a service. So you might have heard about PaaS, SaaS, uh, IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, then software as a service. But IDAAS is a something another part which mainly focuses on authorization and the protection towards the system that you build, right? So here in IDAS, it usually used to be a third party. They usually used to use third party IDAS providers. So but now Alibaba itself is providing the service, so it's more reliable, right? So you can just create an instance using an IDAS. So you can just give an description tutorial, so you can just create one in IDAS. So you can just create by clicking on, yeah, you can now get an free edition. So use the portal and manage upgrade. So you can just use this IDAS, so you can give your credentials and you can use this uh, additional authorization that you want to use, right? Next next this is another service that I wanted to show. Next we can look into something called as polar db, right? So polar db, so these are the dbs, these are the database systems that Alibaba is providing for free. So here as you can see, polar db is something which is usually free. So let me just go for PolarDB. Let me just check out. So company name, you can just give your own company name. Tutorial. Then you have less than 500 people. Then agriculture, your education. So let me just give education. Next, business introduction or the scenario. Then annual cost. So I paid for myself less than now. Then your full name and your mobile, so email, and then instance. Also, by clicking on submit, you create an Polar DB, which will be a rational DB. So let another one is Apsara DB for MySQL. So either you can choose MySQL or MongoDB as you wish. They give you 20 GB storage, which is more than enough for an small application which you run in a college or any trial purpose. So you can just click on try now and just check on it as well, right? So just click on try now. So it's taking some time to load the page. So after clicking on try on, you end up in this again a beautiful dashboard. So you can choose a subscription. So and again the region. So I have told you many times, you need to be very careful regarding the region and the zone that you choose. So this might make huge difference afterwards, but you might not like recognize the significance of it at the early stages. So you can again choose the storage type, whether it's standard or then generally is based on the input output operations that you are willing to do. So basically you can go for the usual one. So here it's basically configured, as I've already chosen some the I have chosen the default one. As I click on try now, it goes to the page where it has already configured things for me. So here subscription is for 1 month, yeah. So let me just check whether I can do it for 7 days. Let it be for 1 month itself, right? Then next you can configure uh, the things over here. So network VPC, you can choose the VPC based on the table. If you are added some other VPC, you can just check here. It will show you total 1 out of 1. So as there is only one VPC, you can add one. Then here it will show you the available IP addresses in the okay, based on the switch. There might be many switches in the network, so based on that you need to route, and your DB or the database might be present in some local network inside a network, right? Inside one network means inside a subnet basically. So you need to have a switch also for that. So for the switch also you need to provide an IP address. So next you give a port, as you know it usually will be 3306. As I have chosen MySQL, which will okay, yeah, as I have chosen MySQL, it usually keeps it on 3306. And for MongoDB it will be different, right? Some 110, something like that. So in your PC also, when you download MySQL, it will be 3306. So let me keep the default as it is, and here you can see in the configuration. So whatever you have used, and just click on next, confirm order. So it is just inquiring. So this is nothing but the billing page. So you can just click on pay now and agree and pay. So order, after clicking this, you it will come. So you can just purchase it. So for me it's $0, so it's free, so you can just purchase. For you, you might be paying some amount, so there might be a situation where they ask for one payment, and then within 1 or 5 minutes they will actually take it back as well. So it shows that the cloud database you ordered is being activated. It usually takes 1 to 5 minutes to set up. So it's getting set up, so I'll be returning back after a few minutes, right? So let me start off after it gets set up. So after that, we get this website, so indicating that the payments is complete. So just click on okay, whatever is represented in China. So we go to the Apsara RDS web page. So it shows number of instances and create instance. You can create another one instance. So you can click on the left side instances over here. So click on instance. So we go to the instances. Okay, so it shows the instances that you have created, and it shows it's up and running, so it might be creating for you guys. So just wait for 4 5 minutes. So it took a while for me, so just refresh the page. So you see I have installed MySQL 8.0, and for further details, so it's in zone D of Hong Kong. So for further details you can click on the instance name or something, so instance ID or instance name. So it opens up the uh, details page where you can go through the details. So it's taking a little time to actually, yeah. Here it shows you all the VPC, so in which network it's running and what's the billing process and how many CPU cores. So its CPU cores is actually good, like with the connection, so maximum connection is 4000. So fantastic, right? So it's a medium sized as it shows over here. So you are all good to go for MySQL. So even if you, but just in case if you choose a Postgres, or you have an extra option called as logon database. So here they have created another okay, yeah, like a separate console for operating with the database, especially for Postgres, right? Not for MySQL, as I have installed, like as I have logged on to MySQL, I can't use it, but you can use MySQL. So here, okay, you log on to the data instance. So data type is MySQL, instant region, okay, instant, and access mode, I need it to be log on and automatically generate account. Okay, right. Then access mode, okay, database account. So database account and database, okay. Then you need to create the logins over here. So let me just create it, right? So let me just create and come back, or else let me create on the instance, so that I will delete it later also. So account plus password login. So let me just give tutorial tutorial account. Next the password, let it be uh, tutorial. So let me not spell it. So let me just give it at my go. So I'll just tell it to remember the password, and let me just have an screenshot so that I don't forget it. So better if you guys also do the same thing, right? So I just took a screenshot, and now I can press on login. So in the you can just press on login. So we logged on to the instant database instance ID. So it is a little bit, like, it's time consuming, right? Or did you do any errors? No. So yeah, login failed. Possible cause the username logging into the database is incorrect. Okay, access denied for the user. Okay, so using password, yes. Okay, or do or join. Okay, so you what might be the okay, login um, credentials. So I think the problem is with the VPC IP address, right? So you need to go and check on with the zone that you have created. So I think I clicked on a wrong zone. Okay, but this is the way to do. Just click on the login and it will open an instance. So let me just check and come back. Here there is a simple catch. Let me just go through it. So let me just close all the console. So I navigate back to this console. So this is my RDS Apsara DB account, MySQL 8.0 server. So we need to log in here. So after logging in, you can see the details over here. So in the left corner, if you can see something called as accounts. So we didn't actually notice it, but purposefully I went ahead so that many of them will make this mistake and come back and rectify it so that they won't um, forget it, right? So in the left hand side, so you can find something called as accounts. So just click on accounts. So after clicking on accounts, you can see something blank, exact blank, like. So you need to create an account, right? First you need to create an account. So database account, let me just name it as tutorial. It is just a standard account or a privileged account, and I need to set a password. So copy, paste doesn't work, huh? So I just gave a password. I won't be saying the password, right? Then okay, click on OK. So an account is getting created right now. Okay, never. I don't want to say it. So where is my account? So it is taking some time. So it's now an account has been created, right? So now let me just go on and check whether I can log on or not. And anyway, you can, here you can see you can create a database also, right? Here you can create a database also. So here let me just create a database. So create database name to demo characteristics, let it be same, unauthorized, okay, no option. The format is wrong, so it should contain only small letters. So demo, so no options. Okay, create an account. So everything is created, right? So just click on create. Oh, why doesn't it show the updates exactly? So just refresh the page so that you can have the updates shown below. So database is also created. So let me just go on here. So again the same page loads. So let me go to account. So account was tutorial, then password. Well, no, it doesn't work. So I set the password also. Now I click on login. So it should log in. Oh yeah, it logged in, right? So yeah, it logged in. So what is this? So here you can see all the uh, so you can run the script over here. This is a console, MySQL console. So you need to execute. So you can execute and show databases. So you can see over here there are four databases that has been created. Just now I created demo, right? In front of you guys only that I have created demo. So you can create demo, show data. So use. So you can just say use information schema. You can choose show, execute, next, and execute. So you need to just press execute. So execution is failed. Okay, use time consumed. So I think we can just use what do you call it as our what we have created. I think it might be a security problem or something. So we can use a database of ours. So what is error over here? Show databases is working, right? Databases execute. So even if you go around, you can just go for the documentation that they provide, and you can just go get your you can get going. So here you can see in demo. we can view it. So database is demo. So use a database demo. So will this work? Now this also won't work. So let me just go on and check on with the documentations, right? So you can go to the documentations. So all features, exceptional users, instances, task, operational audits. So these are the audits. So they used to provide a documentation, but now I don't know where it's been put. So you see the graphical representation of usually changes. So it is a little bit tiresome to actually go and check all the documentation. So let me just go on with this. Okay, let me just check it out. So Google, I can just say how to use a database in MySQL. So creating a using a database, MySQL selected database. So oh my bad. How come Java tutorial is server is down? I think due to the time, I guess. So you can, yeah, show databases worked. So use test. So it should work, right? So use test. So that's what I was working on. So use, or is it some syntax issues that I don't know. So use demo. Just work it out. So execute. So use demo execution ended successfully executed. Okay, it has been successfully executed, guys. So let me just it was not an error. It actually is saying that it's executed successfully. You can see the green light over here shows that it is successfully, and the red light over here shows that it's not successfully executed. So let me just uh, show tables. So will this work? Hmm, I think it should work. Yeah, it works, right? There are no tables to be created, so you can create a table, and you can do here and there some masala, and you can look into the documentation as well. So you can here they actually provide a documentation, but I don't know where it's been put, but they actually provide documentation right here. So, and there are some documentation, so I think this is a place. Yeah, this is the documentation, guys. So you can go to the documentation center over here. So yeah, luckily I found out. So they usually change the graphic, so I only need to explore it. So the more time you provide into it, so the more exploration you can do. This is how you need to explore, and this ends the RDM's console. So this ends the course also. So please like and subscribe, guys. So it will give me much more motivation to create much more videos, and thank you, goodbye.